Today on Louder Within, we sit down with Lavender, whose story is both tender and powerful. A makeup artist, content creator, an author, and a mother walking a path few dare to imagine. She is building a life, a name for herself in a country far away from home and even farther from her son. This is a story about faith, loss, purpose, and becoming, even when the journey breaks you first. Welcome, Lavender.
Thank you so much, Faith.
Karibu sana.
Thank you so much. How are you doing today?
Good, I'm good. How have you been?
I am great and I am so happy to be here.
Oh, yeah?
This is one of those opportunities that when someone says, hey, I need you to come running. So I'm very, very grateful.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you for just having all this set up for this particular session. So I'm grateful.
Karibu sana. I've been really, really looking forward to have this conversation with you, having gone through your journey, being here, and congratulations. Lavender has written a book. It's an awesome book. We'll talk about it during the episode, but I'm just looking forward to have this conversation and just talk about your Louder Within moments and what brought you to where you are right now. So I have a few questions and we can go through them. I hope you're okay and you're comfortable with that.
Yeah.
How was your day today though?
My day was great. I mean, it's been a crazy long one. I had to juggle in between getting to the store, getting some stuff and all that. But I'm just happy that I'm here,
So you've not stopped going to the store yet?
No. Shopping is forever. We have to shop. Yes, we have to shop regardless. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll start with, who's Lavender before all this, before America, before being a makeup artist, before writing a book, before being a mother? Who's Lavender?
That's a very interesting question that I don't think everybody has ever asked me that. Who is Lavender besides coming to America and all that? I would say, first, lavender is a flower.
Yeah. Someone told me.
Yeah.
There's nothing as hard as that question about, tell me who's Lavender. It feels like, tell me about yourself. You're in an interview or something and it's spot on, and just feel free. Who is she? How's your child?
It's because it's just so much. It's just so much that builds up lavender.
Yeah.
That there's just so much that I'm thinking about, okay, so where do I start?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start whereby Lavender was this very timid young girl, Growing up, my mom, I got so much love from my mother. So much love. I was the baby child.
You're the last one?
Yes, I'm the last one in my family. So I received all the love, from both parents,
Yeah.
And I would say this kind of got me into being a person with so much love. It helped me resonate with everything around me because my parents initially just loved me so much, So I grew up to be that person who had so much love in them, and I resonated to just, sharing it with anybody who seems to want to be in the same space as I am. So I'm a very loving individual, I share love. I share information, anything that I learn new, I would love to share with everybody I know. So I'm just that, I'm giving, if I'd say. Moving away from Kenya kind of helped me gain my voice a little bit.
Yeah.
When I say I was this timid young girl, I'm trying to explain the fact that when I was younger, my mom kind of did everything for me in that she would speak for me,
Oh.
So she'd speak for me in that, this is my daughter, I didn't think that she knew speaking for me would be kind of, I wish that she would just let me speak for myself,
to build some self-confidence.
Yes, but she would, I think for her, she was expressing her love. So she just, I grew up with so much love, like I said before. And,
So No, I understand. I understand that.
I think that was a kind of a difficult question for me because I'm
don't
like,
worry about it, because like I said, like so many people at times find that question very difficult because you're conflicted in between who you are right now, who you are then, or maybe who you are like 2 or 3 years ago. And those are different people. And there are people who say people don't change. I believe in metamorphosis. I believe there are seasons, there are times, and people actually change.
Yeah.
So when you ask me who is Faith before all this, like my mind starts to wander. I start to go back to that, at the back of my mind, that memory that is really put back there. So I try to go back and find out who was I, like who was I then? Because right now I'm a totally different person. So asking me who I was before all this, like it's a question that really puzzles a lot of people. But again, you know who you are. You know who you are right now. So maybe just if I was asked who I was, I'll just give a brief, explanation of who I was, where I've come from, and where I am right now. But that said, I guess we know that Lavender was timid then, but right now you found your voice.
No, I did find my voice. I do not keep quiet for anything. I'd like to express myself. If somebody does me dirty, I want to talk about it. So I learned the hard way. And just coming to America, I have learned that you cannot just bring, all the things that you knew from Africa and think that they work here, because it's a different community. It's a different culture, and it proves us wrong. Like, hey, everything that you knew in Africa is not going to be the same here. So you have to change, like you said.
Yeah.
And like you said, some people will be like, oh, someone changed and whatever. But usually we are susceptible. Can't say the word. Can you help me?
Susceptible.
Susceptible to change.
Now let's talk about, let's just unpack that a little bit, like coming to America. What drove you to come to America? And is there any dreams that you had at home that you brought with you? Like, what is the journey like? Like, what is that thing that actually made you come and just leave your country, just come to America?
So back then, I remember after high school, I had a dream of, just going out of the country. And I knew that going out of the country would really open up my mind. I just knew that being away from what I know was going to help me learn. So back before, I just really wanted to move, like to get away to get away from Kenya. And not because I wanted to leave my country completely. I really wanted to explore and see what is it that is out there that I can, I can bank on. What is it that is out there that I can jump on? So I've always been that person who I always want to, go find opportunity, always. So being a young person, I kind of not raised myself, but like after high school, I really had to take care of myself, being that I had to pay university for myself, and do all these things. So growing up in Nairobi, and you know how it is.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to, kind of get into the system in that, I finished high school and then you go into university, whatever, with a parallel and then you get out of university and you cannot get a stable job, or you cannot just get something that you really want to do, or that your heart feels like this is what was written down for me that I should do. So you start thinking, oh, now what's the next move? So I jumped into careers, one after the other, trying to look for, what is it that fits me? But I didn't realize that I loved, maybe I can't say that I didn't realize, but I love beauty so much in a way that everything that I did just revolved around me coming back to this same space. So I said, I want to go to America and do something different. I want to, in as much as fine, I'm a makeup artist. I want to enhance people's beauty. I want you to look better than you are looking naturally. I just want to enhance the kind of beauty that you already have, So I said, what is it that I can actually do that would enhance the skills that I already have? So I said, I I would love to be an esthetician. You know, how about that?
Yeah.
When I came to America, I really suffered bad acne, actually. So I thought about it and I was like, what is it? When I came here already, I already wanted to be an esthetician. So it rained down on me, especially when now it's got through winter. I just moved here. It's the winter. It's culture shock. It's everything. And my face is breaking out, you know, and now I have to kind of figure out how to take care of it. And I'm like, if I was an esthetician already, then I would kind of figure out what's wrong with my face, you know? So when I came here, I was like, it was about, this is what I want. So let me go and see if I can be able to achieve it. And if I achieve it, well and good.
So before you go back, like before we dive into your journey as an makeup artist and all, you felt like you were right. You just want to leave. Like you can't just be there. Like, were you running away from something? Was there something that was pushing you to really want to leave?
I think success pushed me. I have a thirst for success. Like, I really wanted to be successful so bad. And I said, if this is the life that I have to live here in Kenya, then it means in the next 5 years, this is what I did.
Yeah.
I did like a whole, I wrote everything down, like what are the plans that I have in 5 years?
Yeah.
What do I need to do? Where do I need to get to in 5 years? And when I looked at what I had down, I said, this is not going to work if I'm here. If I have to be able to take my child to an international school and do this, I have a boy 10 years old. I love him very much, Clyde.
Beautiful.
So yeah, so I was like, you know, if I don't do something for myself, there's no way this kid is going to be able to get ahead, even of me, you know? And I want my child to get ahead. Like, if you can get ahead of me, well and good. I want you to get ahead. So I've always wanted this for my son. And I said, if I keep living this life, I was working so hard. You know, I was at 6 a.m. I was in Kikomba Market. If you know Kikomba Market, it's the open market where you have to be there early to get the good stuff.
Get the good stuff.
Yes.
Man. Yeah.
So I would be there super early at 6 a.m. I'm at Kikomba already. And I used to live in Moja.
I don't even think you're giving Kikomba justice.
Yes.
Kikomba is an open market.
Whether
it's raining or not, there's always mud. It's always muddy. Like going there, you have to put on gumboots and stuff. It's always full. Always people everywhere. You know, whenever you're passing, like you rub shoulders with people. And if you're not early, you have to really... And even if you're early, you have to struggle to get, you know, the good stuff, and it's secondhand stuff. So I try to imagine, like, it's a struggle, but
it is.
Yeah, you had to do what you had to do.
I had to do what I had to do, and it was not easy because just to like kind of give you guys a small story with that. I would wake up at 6 a.m. and I would be in the market in Kikomba at probably like 6:30. And then 6:30, everybody's fighting for everything. And at probably like after an hour, you're done with the fighting. Now you have to go somewhere else. It was so crazy because the mad, and now I was a receptionist where I was working, receptionist stroke admin. Yeah. So I had to buy stuff for my business, go leave it at my business and take care of the girl who was taking care of my business, and then go ahead and do what I needed to do. And this, after some time, I got really burned out because then I was doing this job. I was doing makeup, you know. So every weekend I would have like, maybe I have to go to Thika, I have to go to Nyeri, you know, for makeup, for a wedding. So I used to do that a lot, and it get to Friday and I'm burned out and I haven't spent time with my child because then I have to be at, you know, Kikomba in the morning, get stuff for my shop and do all that. I used to also do, you know, get stuff from China and all that. So I was literally an entrepreneur, you know, juggling life, juggling motherhood, juggling being a wife, juggling everything. And it was not as easy. So I said, you know, if I keep doing this, I'm going to really burn out so badly. So I needed to find a solution. So I had to be strategic in the way that I made my plans, in the way that I made my decisions. And I say the only thing that I think I have to do right now is to go and study in the US. So I made a very difficult decision of leaving my country, which my mother, who I lost 2 years ago wasn't
Wow.
she wasn't accepting of that. She didn't want me to leave my country at all, because she's like, if you have to go somewhere, just go to China and buy your stuff and come back and do your business. You don't have to go so far away from me, you know?
Yeah.
So it was such a difficult thing for me to do, just from being away from my parents and even my child. And I believe you have been through the same thing too. So I just, I think it's life.
No, just going back to where you had to make the difficult decision to move to America. Like, how was your process like getting here? Did you just apply to school and come to school directly? Did you have a difficult time getting a visa, or how was your journey like in that space?
I can say that my journey in a nutshell took like 6 months for me trying to figure out how to come. I have this very good friend of mine, Jim. He will not watch this. I know he never watches anything. But Jim is this old guy. He's like 72, very amazing person. And he's the one who kind of, helped me out. I just approached him, and when he came to Kenya, I said he was my sister's friend. I said, hey, I really want to go to America so bad. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I need to go to America. So I need your help. And he said, oh, you want to go to America? I said, yeah. He said, just write a letter and then send it to me and I'll get you situated. I said, oh, is that easy? He said, I mean, it's not that easy, but just write a letter and send it to me. I said, okay. So I sent the letter to him of what I wanted, and then I started doing the school application. So I came to the US as an F1.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's been a few years now. Being a student, it hasn't been the easiest thing because they really don't let you like work, in the US and everything. So it has been a difficult journey, but I would say I would never regret it.
So how have you been? Like, have you been juggling? I know it's difficult being a student, so you can't work full time and all that. So America being America, did you have somewhere to stay? Somebody who can take care of your bills? And if not, like, how are you able to juggle all that and just take care of your bills and, do your day to day and send money back home and, all that?
So when I came, it was so hard because you're just starting out. You don't know really so many people. Yeah. And the person that I knew here was like, hey, I'm just helping you for this amount of time. And then from this time, you really have to take care of yourself, which most of the people do in here. So I came here. I first landed in New York. It was New York. Sorry. It was a very new place for me. I remember we went to this, what is this thing called that you, like the horses that go around? What are they called?
What?
The horses that you sit on and then they go around. They're called
like a fun fair thingy. Like,
yes, you know what I'm talking about, right? I can't believe I forgot the name.
Time.
Yeah, so that was my first time ever.
Did you go to Luna Park in Kenya? There was Luna Park and they had those things.
That was my first time. I know, but I just my mother was a very serious mom. She didn't have time for a lot of things. You know. And being said, I don't think like I'm going to say this holding this microphone because now I go to those parks.
Yes.
And I really want to like go down the swing like 7 times because I didn't do that a lot. So I had to confront the microphone for that. Painful.
So the kid in you,
the child in me is coming out when I'm so grown. Sometimes it's kind of embarrassing, but I don't care.
Well, you gotta do what you have to do.
Yeah, so.
Did you feel lost when you came to America?
I did feel.
Fine, here you are.
I was lost. I was completely lost because there was nobody, I was literally looking for people on Facebook. Like, I was
people you knew who are here?
No, not people I knew. I was looking for somebody that looked like something I knew on Facebook.
Come on.
Yes. That's how bad it was. So I was like, wait, I need to get information and how it works here. I need to get out of this place because I went to New York and I went to Binghamton.
My God.
So Binghamton is literally like down there, like New York,
and then
upstate, up, like in heaven, New York. So I could not get my way out. Like, it was so hard to figure out. I worked at McDonald's. Do you know that, Faith?
Wow.
Yes, I did.
I think that's one career that I've not done yet.
I'm going to cover my face as I say this. I did work at McDonald's. It
No.
was the worst job ever
Why?
because it was so stressful.
Yeah.
And the first thing they did for me is they
Mhm.
put me on the microphone to do
Take
drive-through
orders and
orders. And I said, are you going to make me do this? I have the heaviest accent on earth.
Yeah.
How am I going to take orders? McDonald's.
Okay, did you know the menu and stuff? And
Girl, I
like-
don't know shit. How
How long did you last at this?
I think it was 1.5 months. I tried.
Wow.
Yes. And it was just because I didn't, I came here and this Mexican friend, he was like, you want to work at McDonald's? I was like, oh yeah, I can work there? I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's gonna give me enough money. It's okay. But I didn't know what I was asking for. So when I came here, it was hard. I did all that. It was like, I was in school in New York. I was like doing events. I know you love events, Faith. I was doing event management and
story for another day.
yeah. So
yeah.
So that's what I was doing when I first came to America, and I transitioned into business school. I just had to start from somewhere, So I transitioned into business school, and now I'm at the Northwest doing my master's, and I'm like happy about that because it's been a long journey.
What are you taking your master's on, and what is that thing that actually made you go back to school and just try to earn a master's here? Like, weren't you comfortable doing what you're doing, or what is it that is driving you to actually do your master's or go back to school and just better yourself and just become more developed than you are?
So I would say I'm always someone who wants to better themselves,
Yeah.
Like I'll always be.
We've all figured that out.
So it's just like,
yeah.
How can I say this?
What made you go back to Northwest, and why Northwest? So what are you doing in Northwest?
So I'm doing my MBA at Northwest, Master's in Business Administration. I am going to finish in December.
Okay.
So hopefully, God willing, I should be graduating next year, and I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
It's because of the kind of work that I had to put in. And one of the reasons why I decided to go for this career is because I already had my bachelor's. So when it came from Kenya, people would tell you, oh, actually, let me tell you this. If you have a bachelor's in Kenya, come here and just transfer your courses,
Yeah.
Don't
get credit.
Yeah, get credit. If you can do that, if you're coming from a university that is
recognized,
yes, please just transfer your credit because you can do that.
Yeah.
So when I first came, I went into events and I was doing an associate's, and it's because I wanted to go into aesthetics, and they said, we can't have you go through that because it's not service accredited. So I said, oh wow. And remember, I was in Binghamton. So they said, oh, you have to go to school for 2 semesters before you can transfer. So I was like, wait, I'm going to have to pay all that money and then transfer. So I was like, let's talk about this nursing in the US. Everybody tells you to do nursing. So it's like, everybody was like, oh, this is what you need to do. This is what's going to make you money. And I said, no, I am sticking with my passion, which is beauty.
You didn't feel like doing it at all? Like, did you even try doing it? Like, not the school part of it.
Yeah.
Just the service part of it.
The service part of
most of the people who come here go into nursing and care. And I mean, it's the first job you get.
Yeah.
It's the first, easier, well-paid job.
Yeah.
You can get one among many. But you have to go to school, I think, for a month or 2 or something like that. So you didn't try it?
I did.
I'm sure people are telling you, okay, fine, you can be a CNA, go make some money while you do, or follow your passion or whatever. Like, you didn't try it?
I did. It was just my cup of tea.
How was it?
It was bad. It was not
Like,
pleasant for me. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe bad is a harsh word, or it's a very strong word, but for me personally, it just didn't work for me. You know, because in as much as I'm a very caring person, I didn't think that it resonated with what I had in mind, because I really, really wanted to be an esthetician. I wanted to take care of women's skin. You know, I want to tell you the problem, what problems you're having with your skin. I want to tell what type of skin you have. Like, I was just so passionate about that. So anything that you were there's only one person who I talked to when I came here, because like I said, I was looking for information from everywhere, Facebook, everywhere, trying to get information on how does this work.
Yes.
So guys, if you find someone in the US who's giving you information, please take it. Okay. Or please thank that person, because people will just keep quiet with information that will help you.
True.
Yeah.
If you don't ask, if you don't look for it.
Yeah.
Some people they normally say when you come here, if you land on the right hands, you'll get help. If you land on the wrong hands, people will look at you. They have information, but they will never help you. They will let you suffer, because there's this ideology of, because I suffered when I came here,
you have
to suffer. I'm like, what?
It makes me sick, but it makes me so sick. Because
But I do.
Yeah, because if you're coming here and I've already had the experience, why would I let you go the hard way?
Yeah.
You know, like it just doesn't make sense. But I guess
human nature.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least you got somebody who was willing to give you information. And how did they help you? Like, just discover or follow your dreams and stuff?
Can you see me smiling? Because I don't even know how to say it. Because again, the person, so the first person that I like went online and looked for, I'm not going to say their name, but is now a very good friend of mine. And I went on Facebook and I was like, wait, he's Kenyan, he's Luo. Oh, wow, I can ask him something. So his answer was like, let me ask him this and this and this. So I asked him, and that's how we became friends. He's like, wait, you're Kenyan? I said, yeah. And I'm in New York. At that time, actually, I was in Minnesota babysitting.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I have moved.
You've been around.
So that happened for like 3 weeks. I couldn't do it anymore. So I left. Yeah. It was only 3 weeks.
Okay.
And I was literally, I think 3 months.
Like, why? Why couldn't you do it? I mean, babies are...
That is
darlings.
A whole story altogether. Whatever happened is a whole story altogether. And yeah, I don't know if I want to say it now, but the guy literally catfished. For lack of a better word, he really lied to me and had me go there, lied about his family, his wife, his kids. Literally,
kids?
Yes. I mean, I was going to take care of the kids, but he lied about everything. So when I got there, can I say the story?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so I got to Minnesota. So he's like, oh, we're going to, there's this job that I'm going to take care of 2 children. One is 3 years old. The other one is 1 year old.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. And I was like, yeah, I'm looking for money to pay my school. So hell yeah, I'm going to go. So I went to Minnesota. You don't have money, nothing. And I get there.
Did you pay for your transport and stuff?
Okay, let me say the story. She's like, wait, what happened? Yeah, so I got to Minnesota, and then this guy was like, oh, well, it's raining. It was snowing.
Yeah.
We had a snowstorm that time, and I'm literally 3 months in America, so I don't know what a snowstorm is, you know? Like, I know it's snow, but like, what is snowstorm? I've never experienced that.
Yeah.
So when I got here and I'm now looking for ways, because I don't have so much time to get money.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do nursing. So I got to do the hard way. So I go to Minnesota and this guy is like, well, we have this, it's storm. It's called what storm?
I've never been to Minnesota.
Yeah. So
the snowstorm.
Yeah. So the snowstorm was on, and he was like, we can't drive home. So I said, okay, so how far is home? He said 2 hours. So I say, oh, so 2 hours, we can't drive home. Okay, so what are we about to do right now? He said,
Wait, at the airport or where?
at the airport. He come to pick me up, and now we're driving, going somewhere. And he says, we cannot go home right now because it's snowstorm. And I said, okay, so what are we going to do now? And he said, I'm going to get a hotel for us. And I said, okay, so... Okay, so I didn't have any money. Babe.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Mm.
No money. I'm like, I am going to look for it, right? So I'm 3 months in the United States. I
Mhm.
don't know anyone apart
Anyone?
from Jim. And, he's like, I got here already, so figure yourself out. So he's not like with me, or I got here, he took me to go eat,
Yes.
and that was it. So I got to Minnesota, and we have this conversation, and this guy takes me to this hotel, and he tries to rape me.
No.
Yes, I know. I
I'm
say that like a passing
sorry.
wind.
Yeah.
She's
I'm
like,
like-
wait, what was that? Yeah, it was a difficult situation. I'm not scared. Like, I have his picture in my phone. Like, I'm literally, this is the person who did this to me. Like, he tried, he wasn't successful. But he tried. So when I got to the hotel, I'm like, why are we having only one bed?
Mhm.
And he's like, well, why do I need to pay for 2 beds? I said, because I don't know you like that. And
Yeah.
you're the one who insisted that we have to be here.
Oh my God.
I know. So he disturbed me the whole night. It was bad. And in the morning, we left and we went to his house, where he said that he wasn't together with his wife, yada, yada, yada. And when we got there, the kid that he said that was not his was looking exactly like
him.
like him. So I say, oh, wow. Well, I stayed there for 3 weeks.
You still stayed?
Yes, girl.
Him trying to rape?
Yes, I did stay because, girl, you're just 3 months in America. You don't have any money. You traveled all the way from New York to Minnesota. Do you know how far that is?
Yeah.
You still don't have any money to come back, okay? So now this guy, I threatened him. I was going to call the police on him. And, I'm not a stupid girl, so I'll be like, I was so firm on my boundaries. And I said, I am going to report you. So we actually went somewhere that night, and he was like, oh, let me take you out for a drink, da 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 da. It was like probably like an hour or something.
Wait, hold on. That's
after all this drama. After all this drama, now he's just trying to like calm me down.
Oh,
because I'm
he
like
threatened to call the police.
Angry, yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
so he takes me somewhere and he's like, oh, just come down, get a drink, yada yada yada, and I get a drink. And I come down and we come back and we go to the house, and I'm looking at his wife like, what in the world is this man?
Oh my
And
God.
I was so shaken. I didn't know what to do.
So the wife was there.
Yes, they were together.
So sorry. Did the wife know you're coming?
Yeah, she knew I was coming, but she didn't know that I was held somewhere because of a snowstorm. That was ridiculous. Yeah. Anyway, let me cut this to long story short. So I worked in this house for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And when I was supposed to go back, the guy said, you need to tell my wife that you're going on the 26th. I said, why? And he said, because I need to take you to the airport. I said, well, why do I need to go the other to the airport? He said, because we have to go back to the hotel. I said, why?
Why? Go to the airport.
Because he didn't achieve what he wanted. And now we had to go back for him to pay me my dues. So I asked.
So the hunter in here,
yes,
you know what?
I'm not
I need
paying
to get
you.
this spray.
I'm not paying you until I have to take you back.
No.
Exactly. Yeah. So he was supposed to pay me $1,200 for the month. And I worked 3.5 weeks, almost 4. And he didn't pay me. So he gave me $500 and he said, I'm giving you this in cash. So the rest I'll give you a check. And I said, you can't give me a check because I really don't know. And he insisted. So he gave me a check, but I was I wasn't so sure. So I was like, I don't think this is going to work. But I just took it because, I was so angry. I was frustrated. I was
you just want to go and,
So I went to the bank. I got to New York, took my flight, went to the bank. Actually, they got into an argument with the wife because I eventually had to tell the wife the truth. I said,
Wow.
not about, I asked my best friend, I was like, what do I should say, just tell her that what the exact day that you're going.
Yeah.
So I told her the exact day that I was going. He was so angry because I didn't lie, and that's not what I'm going to do. So the lady was like, I think she noticed something. They had like an argument, but then she took me to the airport herself. And when I got to New York, I went to the bank. The first thing, like, this check is not valid. And I tried to call him. He never picked up my phone. He never responded. The wife, texted me a few months later saying, oh, I found a photo. I think he screenshotted one of my posts or something. She was so angry. But yeah, that was crazy. And that's why he never paid me until today. He just disappeared with my money. And I went back to New York. And I went back to school and I went back stranded. I'm like, what is this life? And that was my welcome to the US.
Wow. You never gave up? You didn't want to go back home?
I was like, I'm already here.
Yeah.
It's either a win or a win.
So you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes, there's no way backward. It's only way forward, no way backward.
So from studying...
that was a long story. Whew.
No, I'm just trying to imagine going through that and all that. Like, you're here, you're in a new country, and you're trying to get a footing, and then you have these people who are taking advantage of you. And, it's so sad that so many people go through that.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that people who've been here and already have a footing will just take advantage of you. People think that you come here and, life is just smooth sailing. It's very, very sad. And they don't know that some of these things, they cause trauma.
Yeah.
And you have to get over it. Like, before you get your footing, you have to deal with all this. And it's really sad, actually. So maybe just going forward, guys who are here, guys who've been here, like, it will be so nice if you're just kind enough to welcome someone and just direct them the proper way instead of,
be honest, tell someone this
exactly.
is how it worked out for me, like, there's so much in the world to share that I never know why someone would never want to share information that would help somebody else.
An evil person. I mean, just horrible. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that ordeal, but America is the land of milk and honey.
Milk and honey, yes.
Exactly. So we are here, and you're talking about you were studying event management, and now you're doing an associate, and you already have a bachelor's back home. Now you've come here. I know you didn't know that you can actually transfer your credit. You can just get, they say you do the equivalent. Yeah, we use this company's West and something. You do an equivalence and then
I actually use West when I
do an equivalence, you get transfer. So you don't have to start from zero. But why were you doing events? Why did you go into being a makeup artist and all that? Like, why did you have to do events? Like, why did you just follow your passion when you came here? Like, why did you enroll in a beauty school and something, get your license and start practicing?
Good question, because I tried. And the moment I got here, actually, this is very funny because I didn't know the name of what I wanted to do. Like, I just knew, I kept describing it as, this is what I want. Like, I had so much passion in that. I was like, this is what I had to explain it. And there's like, oh, that's an esthetician. I said, oh yeah,
that's
yes. And the lady was like, oh, well, for this one, we don't have that here. But after 2 semesters, you can transfer somewhere else where they have the course. So I had to study for 2 semesters, and I had the best advice I ever got was from this lady. She just moved from America back to Kenya. She carried all her stuff and went back to Kenya. And so there was a friend of mine who was like, I have this girlfriend of mine, like she's just a friend, and she had to move from America after 7 or 8 years of staying here. So I need you to talk to her and ask her. She was a nurse and she was also a business student.
Yeah.
So with that being said, can you find out from her? So I talked to this lady, I called her, and she was like, oh, she's now in Aga Khan and all that. I think that was the first person who ever gave me like a reasonable advice, because she said, get into nursing and do esthetician as a nurse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she said, just get into nursing, because when you get into nursing, then it's going to give you like,
An age.
yeah, and you're going to have very many opportunities. So you can literally just go into nursing. And then once you go into nursing, then you now transform into those other skin specialties or whatever. Yeah. So I was like, wow, that is amazing. I don't really think that I want to do nursing, but from the way that she explained it and had it delivered to me, I was like, this actually makes sense. So I went back to the school and I said, well, okay, I have an idea, and this is what I want to do. What do you think? And they said, well, for you to do that, you have to start from biology 001. And I said, whoa, so I'm going back to high school. Wow, after being 4 years in the university and then all that.
Yeah.
Now I have to go back and do biology 001. I said, this is not going to work for me. It's going to work for me? No. So I said, let me see what else I can do. So I asked them.
Yeah.
They literally said, that girl who has been at the student advising board for so long, that was me.
Yeah.
Because I was like moving from, I was like, I just don't want nursing.
But I don't want
I just don't want to do nursing. Can you guys help me? Like, nursing was not it for me at all, So I said, I lost my train of thought.
Makeup artist.
Yeah, so when they couldn't let me go into the esthetician program, which they didn't have particularly in that school, I had to enroll in a school in Texas or LA, which they had those courses. I know there are other states where we also have these courses being offered in.
But you are up.
I was upstate and I didn't know anyone. Okay? I didn't have anyone to advise me. Nothing. I was literally figuring everything out by myself. Information, school, money, everything. Finances, everything.
Wow.
So I was like, well, this is hard. This is difficult, but you know what? We're going to get through it. So that's how I didn't manage to get into my makeup course. So they said, if you have to do anything else, I mean, you have to do something because you have to be in school. So you're here as an F1 city, you got to be here in school. So I said, okay. So this is another thing that I love, because in Kenya, I used to be the one who would decorate for people when they have baby showers. I'm like, where's Lavender? She has to come here and help us decorate. That was me, So this is something that I love from way back. And I said, well, I can do that here. Let me see how that works. So that's how I enrolled in the event management course. And I said, with event management, I might be able to get to these people who are doing weddings, and I might be able to get the customer. That was my train of thought, actually.
So you're not doing it because...
It didn't kind of work, but that was my train of thought. Like, I was like, oh, maybe I can do this and this. I can't wait. I came into the industry and I was like, wow, it's just harder than I thought.
Oh.
So that didn't work. So I had to end up going into other channels, which now led me into going into my MBA studies at Northwest, which I am really proud of myself for doing, because initially, before I came and I wanted to be a esthetician, I wanted to do my master's. So I said, whichever one works, it's okay, So in as much as the esthetician one didn't work as soon as I wanted it to, but I said, if this one works, then it's fine. Then I can also go back to that because I have to. I will.
So you decided to diversify from being a makeup artist, and now you decided to go into content creation. Like,
oh, okay. I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming.
So as a content creator, first and foremost, why content creation? And like, what's your niche?
I have a beauty niche and I have a health niche as well. So I have two niches. And I don't believe in you have to just pick one niche and go with it.
So you got it.
So for me, I have the different niches, but I have them in different social pages.
Yeah.
I have like everything in one page.
Oh, okay. So you have like several pages. We'll put Lavender's page down here. You can please subscribe, follow her. She has very good beauty tips, and she has very good health and fitness tips. Follow her. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but just tell us a little bit about your content creation pages, or what do you do exactly, and how
So-
do you help? Well, like, what's your content? Who's Lavender, the content creator, as a brand?
So first of all, I'm a aesthetic beauty beauty content creator.
Mm-hmm.
I love taking videos of myself first of all. So pick videos and pictures. That's like my to go, you know, when I'm sad, when I'm feeling lonely, I'll just go and do my makeup and I'm like, this is what gives me happiness, you know.
You're the one person, like, I really don't understand.
I know.
When you're sad, when you're down, when you're like, when you're so down and like, how do you pick up yourself?
Yeah.
To actually just wake up and go do makeup. Like, how does that work for you? Like, I know it's very difficult. Like, I personally, when I'm down, man, I just recede to my corner. I mean, it's even difficult taking a bath.
Ouch.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
seriously, how do you pick up yourself? Like, what is that thing that makes you pick up yourself and actually do makeup to actually make you feel better when you're feeling really down, you know?
One word. Passion.
Oh.
Passion.
That just made me like, oh,
I know.
fine, cool. Okay.
Like, no more. What else do I say? Yes, I have a passion for beauty. I have a passion for makeup. I have a passion for me. I want you to feel good about yourself, you know? And the reason why I have these two niches is one, the other one is for home fitness, like home workouts.
Yeah.
So my other niche is I just want to help women. Like, first, before I started going to the gym, which now I'm a gym lover. I kind of lost a lot of weight right now because of some things I've been going through, but I'm a gym lover, you know, so I want to go and work out and feel better about myself. So I'd like to encourage my friends and, you know, other people around me who haven't been able to get to that space to go on that space because I know how it feels and I want them to experience the feeling.
Yeah.
So as a content creator, like you asked, to answer your question, I'm a beauty content creator. And that means I want to show people the craft of makeup. I want to show them you can do your own makeup. You know, it doesn't have to be so difficult. It doesn't have to be so complicated. But you can do it. Makes yourself feel better. You know, maybe you're feeling down. Maybe you're in a depressive state of mind and you're like, what is it that I can do to get myself out there? And you say, well, I'm going to make myself look beautiful. I'm going to go out there, you know, and just show up. And that's exactly what I do. As like, you know, I feel like I'm dying inside, but if I let myself die inside, then what am I doing to myself?
That's commendable. Like it is.
Yeah.
It is that you can able to pick up yourself to that point of like actually just making...
It's hard. Sometimes it's hard. I'm not lying. Like sometimes you never want to pick up that brush and do anything to your face. You don't want to.
But you still do it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's very commendable. And if I was in your shoes, like, fine, I know it makes you feel better and it's really difficult. But like, what is that one piece of advice like you'll give somebody who's really, really tried and they're in those low points of their lives that they're really even trying to pick that brush or they're just trying to feel better for themselves? They might not necessarily have to do makeup, but they're in a state whereby maybe they're feeling depressed or things are just not working out and they're just in a space whereby mentally they're not okay and they just need a pick me up, something just to help them move forward. And maybe they're like, personally, I'm not a makeup person, so I don't think if I was feeling very low,
I
go
get
pick up.
that.
No, I mean,
it's not gonna work for you.
That's the last
thing you think about.
the last thing. I would never even think about it, you know. So no, why?
Yeah, I know, I get it.
Yeah. What is that one piece of advice, maybe that you can give somebody who really wants a pick me up for themselves when they're really feeling low?
So in my new page, it's called Jaber X. Jaber X.
The beauty.
Jaber X, I'm a lure
by everything.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I help women, feel better about themselves. And
Mhm.
in that aspect, I, have all this bunch of affirmations and all, and only those don't really help. Someone will
Yeah.
just tell you, oh, just do a bunch of, no, it's not going to help you. You really have to put in the work, So for me, this is why I come in and I'm like, hey, I know how you're feeling because I've been
Yeah.
there. I know what you're going through because I've been there. And also bring us to even the book that I wrote, I know how you're feeling and I want to build space for you in my heart or in my book or in my space. I want to build space for you. So by me building space for you, I'm inviting you to come and work with me or come and see what I'm doing or see how I'm making myself feel better in all this, in the face of adversity, in the face of all these things that I'm going through. What is it that makes me still feel sane?
So Jaber X is like, it's holistic. It's not just about beauty and wellness, but it's about just helping. Is it just women or it's everyone?
So let me give a little clarification on that. So the name Jaber Exclusive is exclusively beauty. Like Jaber in Luo means a pattern of exceptional beauty, right? So I told myself, and my mom used to call me that so many times. She loved how I used to make myself transform in something else. She'd be like, wait, is that my daughter? So she used to love that, and she would always commend me for doing this thing so nicely.
Yeah.
I started Jaber Exclusive Beauty in that all beauty in one. I just love beauty. Lashes, I do lashes. I do makeup. I love styling hair, I love to shop like for the nice stuff. So I just love beauty. So Jaber Exclusive Beauty was beauty exclusively. And then I said now Jaber X is just transforming from beauty. I love fitness. And my husband is a professional trainer. So I'm like, how is it I learned so much from him? How is it that I can help these women who are also trying to get into this fitness space to kind of elevate? And for me, when I started this fitness journey of mine, I was very low. I was at a very low point in life. I said, I had a breakup, and I think you would know about it at that time because you was there. But yeah, I had a very low moment and I started going to the gym. Like I said, I have to be better for myself. And at that point, I started going to the gym consistently. And actually, that's how I even met my husband because I was going to the gym consistently.
Awesome.
So actually, the Jaber X just came up a couple months ago.
Okay.
After Jaber Exclusive, and Jaber X is, I was like, Jaber X exclusive, but it can be just an X.
Yeah. So that has a good ringtone.
I know, right? Yeah. So I was like, Jaber Exclusive, Jaber X. So I'm like, okay, so my fitness page is going to be Jaber X. And I want to encourage women to feel better about themselves. It doesn't matter your weight. It doesn't matter how big or how small you are. I don't like the way people with different body types will body shame other people.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. For me, it's as long as you're feeling comfortable with your body and you can make yourself feel better in whatever way, whether it's eating, whether it's working out, whether it's swimming, whether it's what. I'm good with that. And as long as you're making yourself feel better, that's okay. So my reason for Jaber X was I want these ladies who were once like me, who were very timid about going to the gym.
Yes.
I did not know what I need to do at the gym. I would go there and I'll be like, what am I doing here now? And I would look around to see if anybody's looking at me because I didn't want to be embarrassed not knowing. I wanted to seem like I know. I wanted to look like a cool girl, but I did not know shit. So it was so hard. And I know I have some friends who like ask me, how did you just go to the gym or that, So I have this bunch of friends also from Kenya who are really trying to get into this fitness journey.
Yeah.
And if in my country, we walk a lot,
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
So nobody
even if you don't have a car. So you have to walk out. Okay,
yes,
cool.
Exactly. Yeah? So for someone to just say that, okay, I just want to go and, register at the gym and start.
Yeah.
It's not as easy. And for me, I used to walk Kikomba Town, Westlands, Kikomba Town, Westlands, Chiromo. I used to go to school in Chiromo.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where I was doing my business, whatever. So you come from Westlands to Chiromo all the way back to every day with the traffic and everything. It was such a hassle. You know? But then we had to do what you had to do. So I said, in this new space of Jaber X, I can bring in women, and I'm going to start with like, home workouts. And for me, as you see me now, I just started because I'm like, I want to add on my weight. This is not my natural weight. I've lost a lot of weight right now, and I'm like, I want to get my weight back. There are people who want to gain weight. There are people who want to lose weight. There's people different everywhere. So I want to have this space where it doesn't matter how big or how small you are. I want us to grow together in whatever way.
So when you say so it's specifically for women.
Specifically for women, yes.
So if somebody would want to join and just like be part of it, like how do they go about it? How do they join Jaber X?
Just Instagram. So I just started a month ago for the Jaber X. 2 months ago, a month ago. But yeah, so it's something that I'm just starting out, and I'm also starting out because I want to go through the journey with y'all. Whoever wants to go to the journey with me. I want to go through the journey with them. I'm like, this is me. This is my tummy hanging out down here. Like, this is how I look right now, but I want to get better. I want to get better in my mind, in my spirit, in my body, on how I feel. But I want to take this journey with you. So that's what Jaber X is. And if you haven't ever gone to the gym, it's okay. We're going to work it out. We're going to start with a home workout so that you gain momentum. And then after gaining momentum, then you can go to the gym. You want to go to the gym. What do I start with? I'm going to tell you what you can start with. I'm going to show you what is the machine that I need to use, or how do I use this machine. I can show you. But first, where do we start with? You have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to gain that momentum and be able to, now I can be able to work out consistently. At least you're doing it 4 times a week, Then you can say, now I can transition to the gym. When I go and pay for a membership, I'm not going to waste it. Because trust me, you go pay for a membership and you don't know what to do, you're going to get frustrated and you're not going to go.
So is it going to be like a paid service? Is it going to be like a private session?
So for now, as it is right now, like I said, I'm just studying.
Yeah.
I want to move with people. So for now, I'm not charging anything. It's just come with me, come to the journey with me. Let's get this information together. But I'm not charging anything for sure. It's just, we're just starting this journey. So yeah, whoever wants to come with me, that's
really
totally
very
fine.
nice of you, because I know there are a lot of people out there who would love to work out, to join. They don't know how. They just want to feel better about themselves and go through the fitness journey. And Jaber X is there for you. You have all the details. Your Instagram account is @JaberX.
Yes, Jaber X. Just Jaber X like that.
Okay, please follow Jaber X.
And Jaber
Go
X.
take care of yourself. Go get tips and information of how to just develop yourself and feel better about yourself. Trust me, you won't regret it. Oh, this one, like, I know you love it. Trust me, you won't regret it.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah. So, is this part of your content creation? Are you going to be like live? They're gonna have live sessions?
Yes.
So it's part of the journey of the content creation.
It's part of the journey of and that's why when you asked me about content creation, I had to specifically separate the two, because I'm like, I'm Jaber, the beauty content creator, and Jaber, the fitness, So I love fitness, and I have to go to workout almost every day.
Yeah.
And I have to do my makeup when I go to work every day. So all this, both of these things, I do them every day concurrently.
So we've talked about Jaber, the makeup artist, Jaber, the content creator. Let's talk about your book.
Yes.
Like, let's about your... So...
Finally.
Let's talk about your book, yeah?
Yes.
So, Lavender has written a book. The book is called Raising My Child from Afar. And this is a memoir for mothers who are struggling to raise their children
from a distance,
from different continents, or maybe even if they're in the same country, but maybe different locations. So just tell us more about your book.
So my book is called Raising My Child from a Continent Away.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that I wrote this book was
Mhm.
I wanted to resonate with the mothers out there who were feeling the same way that I was feeling. And I don't think that people talk enough about parenting from afar. I just don't feel like people talk enough about it. So I went on social media and I tried to see what are these groups that are on there that are for mothers who are parenting from afar, and I didn't find anything. So, you want to say something? Oh.
No, I was just like, for me personally, I resonate with it, and it's a topic that I find very, 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 very sensitive because I'm raising my son from afar. So you coming up with the book, like, I feel it's something that I've started reading it. So all the pages, anytime I think I touch a chapter or two, like, it's all about tears and tears. So I'm just wondering, like, how did you manage to put so much pain into words?
So, like I said, I think I was deprived is going to be a strong word, but like I said, I was timid, very timid when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I was just having this conversation with my father this morning, actually, when I told him, Dad, why is it that you guys just never let me like go out there, and just like
be.
Yeah, just be.
Mhm.
I should say he didn't have an answer for me actually, but
Like, how did you manage to put all those,
words,
like, the
all the pain into
into
words.
words and write a book actually, and
So
share your experience?
yeah, so like I said, I went out there and I checked, and there was no community group that was for these mothers. And then I said, there's so much pain that goes on in between these seasons where you have left your child so far away.
Yeah.
And some of us come to this country and we get into situations, we get into situationships, we get into very difficult situations where we're not even able to go back to our homes when we're supposed to or when we need to.
Yeah.
And then it comes up to a point where your child grows up without you and they grow up not knowing what you are in their life. And that is the most painful thing for a mother, because if you're a mother, then you know you went through labor. And you know what labor is. I did not have to talk about it right now. So you know what labor is. And if you got a child in this country, if you had to born a child and you said, this is my child, my son or my daughter, I have to take care of them. And you have to leave them at some point so that you can sacrifice something better for them. It's not the easiest thing. And I had to go through that. So for me, to go through that and being just a natural writer, like I said, I was a little timid earlier.
Yeah.
But then I came up to be able to speak out, I'm actually writing a book about confidence, and it's called Speak Up.
Lavender, the Oprah.
Sorry. So the book Speak Up is like kind of a guide. I'm talking about my story, basically, like how I grew from even the modeling sessions that I had to do when I came here.
Yeah.
It was all because I really wanted to gain my confidence, regain my confidence. I was like, I want to walk out there like, nobody's got anything on me.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. That's what I longed for. So I say, this is what I want. So when I came here and I was like, nobody's talking about this, leaving their children away. Now everybody, are you embarrassed about the fact that you came here and you left your child? Because, in as much as we don't talk about it, there's some
I think that's very true. There's
like
a little bit, you feel,
yeah.
I don't know if you can call it embarrassment, but
maybe that's a harsh word. Maybe
feel, no, it's more than embarrassment, because you feel like, okay, fine. As much as I need to provide and I need to be here and I need to better myself, you feel like you're doing something wrong,
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't even know how to express yourself. So you have to maybe ignore the subject or ignore talking about it so much, because not just ignore because you left your child, but because it is painful. Like, anytime I think about it, anytime I think about that he's there, I am not there. Like, there are things that just sending money or just speaking on phone,
Not enough.
it's not enough.
Never enough.
It's not enough. And that's why I say it's not even about embarrassment. It's a heavy topic. So I understand why there are some people who maybe can't handle that emotions and they don't want to talk about it so much. But also, it's good that you wrote the book because you're helping people who can't handle those emotions and who don't want to speak about that and be able maybe to
It's painful.
voice, be able to voice what they're feeling, because a problem shared is a problem half solved.
Yeah.
You know, when you speak about it, when you talk about it, it becomes lighter.
Yeah.
You know, you might be going through a situation with your child back at home, and somebody might have gone through that situation and actually they're able to help you. They have, I mean, they got a better way of doing some of these things and services that we have to do when you're here. So speaking about it, I feel it's a very good avenue. It's a very good channel. And I don't know if you're just stopping at the book or you're going to have a community of mothers, or I don't know if you're looking into fathers too, but I don't know if you're going to have a community, or maybe since you're already in content, like have a community that where we can share, all this because it is difficult. Believe you me, it is very, very difficult. So like, I like it. I love the book. I think it will help a lot of mothers out there. So why don't you help us and just read us maybe your favorite, not the whole chapter,
I'll answer you. Okay, not
like
just the whole
question,
chapter.
and then maybe just read us a sentence of two of your favorite piece, like you wrote.
A sentence is not going to be enough.
Not a sentence or a chapter. Is it a chapter? A paragraph. That's the one I was looking for.
Paragraph.
A
Okay,
paragraph.
that makes more
But
sense.
before we go to reading, like,
yeah,
just unpack the book for us first.
yeah. So I do have a community.
Oh, nice. Oh, well.
And I want you to find out when you read the book and you tell me what it is. How about that? She's like, wait, what? This is my podcast, not yours. You gotta say what I asked.
It's the fact that I have to read the whole book.
That is funny.
Yeah.
She's like, wait, it's your face for me. She's like, okay. So I have a page on Facebook, and I do want so on my last chapter on the book, it says it's something circle. I want you to read the book so that you can see it. Okay, like you finish it. I know you've started, but I want you to finish it because it's on the last chapter. Okay, where you're gonna find the community. I'm very happy that you asked that. Yeah, because like I started when I say I looked and there was
nothing
no community for that. So I created one. There's a circle for y'all, for us. So yeah, nobody has joined it yet because
you've not released the book yet.
Yes, but you're lucky. So, so we are hoping that once this happens, then I'm going to get people who, and we can talk about this, as a sacred thing that we are going through as mothers.
Yes,
because it's heavy. It's heavy. It's those times when, and some of the things that led me into writing the book is those times that you are up at 2 a.m., and you're like, why is all this cramping down right now? And you have to really figure out. And those are the times where I had to start thinking about, maybe I should write this book. Yes. Because I was in a very difficult position and I would think about so many things and I said, hey, this is probably the best time for me to start. So I started writing this book in a very difficult place of my life. But then it was all coming with, what emotions are there? What am I missing on? My child is turning 10 years, it's a milestone for me. It's a missed milestone. It's a birthday. It's just so many things all together. Yes. And as mothers, we have to take all this in by ourselves. And even fathers, there are also fathers who
Single
so
fathers,
many,
yeah.
so many who are doing that. I just wanted to niche down to women because I'm a girlies girl, you know. I'm a girlies girl.
Feminist.
Yeah, I'm a girlies girl, and I really want the girls to win. You know, in as much as fine, I love y'all men too, but I really want the girls to win. You know, so I'm like, I'm a do
Around
what
the
girls
world.
have to do. Yeah, so that's about it.
Okay. So go ahead.
You want me to
Yeah.
read? Okay, so I am going to read. Is it my favorite chapter?
Yeah.
Maybe,
Paragraph.
maybe not, but let's see. So I'm going to read a small paragraph from my book.
Yeah.
This is chapter 7. 7. 7. Faith.
The number of
7.
completion.
The number of completion.
Divine purpose.
How was this not? I was just chapter 7, but I just decided chapter 7. You dating and distance motherhood.
Okay.
Your love life isn't on pause. It's just requiring a partner who can love your whole truth. Let's be honest. Dating as a mom is hard. But dating as a mom whose child lives in another country, that's a whole different level of misunderstood. You try to be open, you try to give love a chance, and then you sit across the table from someone who looks at your life and says, I could never do that. Okay? And just like that, your motherhood is put on a trial by someone who hasn't even earned a seat in your child's life. Yeah. I have a story in chapter 7 that I introduced it at the story that still stings, but honestly, it's hilarious now.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Let me take you guys back. So I was dating this white guy, and first rule, little international vibe, you know, I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
White guy. Okay, let's see what he got. We're vibing, so at least I thought. And then one morning, out of absolutely nowhere, he transformed into a TED Talk motivational speaker no one asked for, and hit me with this gem. I just don't understand how a woman can leave her child behind and still call herself a good mother. I mean, how do you even sleep at night? How do you eat not knowing what your child is eating? How is he sleeping? How are you surviving not knowing where your child is and what he's doing? I said, sir, I eat because I'm hungry. I sleep because I have to work. And I left because I'm building something for my child, not so I could be judged by a man who thinks he invented empathy. But let me tell you, I did not have the clapback ready in the moment. I cried. Like, I ugly cried. I laid in bed wondering, is that how the world sees me? Is that how the world sees me? Is that who I am? For hours, I questioned everything. And then I got up because no man, no matter how pale and opinionated he is, gets to define my motherhood. What I do with my motherhood, okay? So he doesn't know the weight I carry just to keep showing up every day with a fractured heart and a face guard. Needless to say, the relationship didn't last. He left with his perfect parenting complex, and I kept my crown. And now I laugh because he couldn't handle my motherhood from a distance, and he was definitely not built for my love up close. So the emotional tug of war of loving while carrying guilt, you deserve love, period. Many of us carry this guilt like, how can I be out there dating when my child is over there? How do I explain a situation that sounds like a bad mom? Let me remind you, you're allowed to love and be loved. You're allowed to have companionship without sacrificing your motherhood. You're allowed to be both a good mom and a good woman who wants affection, joy, and laughter in her life. And when you need what you need and deserve in a partner, you deserve someone who respects your journey. You deserve someone who doesn't compete with your child's importance. You deserve someone who adds peace, not pressure. You deserve someone who supports your efforts to stay connected, not to question them. You deserve someone who loves you through your truth and not despise it. So these are the red flags that you should run from. You see.
Well,
when you're going to get your child and settle down, when are you going to get your child settled down? When don't you just move on with your life? Is it normal to live apart? Are you sure you will be dating with your when you're together with your child? Run! Lace up and run. That's it.
I feel like you're literally speaking to the hundreds of us.
Yes.
So, okay, my takeaway is dating and raising your child from afar. You have to keep on dating while your crown is out, and nobody has the authority
to judge you.
to judge you.
Exactly. Period. Period. Done and dusted. Period.
That's really
Yeah.
yeah. And I'll just dive into. I know you've been speaking about your child, raising your child from afar. And if there's just that piece of advice that you'd give mothers, not just the dating part of it, but like just a general piece of advice that you'd give a mother who's really struggling in raising their child from a continent away, or they're just really having a hard time connecting with their child from afar, and just giving them the love and the care and just trying to raise them in a way that I know it's not comparable, but what is that kind of advice that you can give them and just to help them lessen the weight of this journey?
Communication. Simple. Communication.
And when you say communication, like what do you mean?
So talk to your child, talk to them in as much as you feel. I had to talk to my son when I didn't feel like he was engaging. This is how we talk sometimes. And I'm like holding the phone like this. And I'm like, Baba, can you see me? He's like, yeah, well, this is how I see you. So I'm like, oh, so what did you eat for lunch? And then because he's on his tab, he's probably playing a game or something, and he's talking to me. So he's not paying attention. But
yes,
I probably at work, and maybe I just have 10, 15 minutes for lunch. And I said, let me run to the bathroom and call my son.
Yeah.
Because then if I don't call him now, then it's going to be a new day before I talk to him because of the time difference, right? So I said, let me put everything aside. And then this is him on the phone the whole time. You don't see him. So it's like, Baba, I can't see you, And we had to go through this so many times for him to understand that this is how much this communication means to me. It's important for me to be able to see you still and talking to me and actually paying attention to what I'm saying. So it's especially if your child is young, they lose attention very fast,
Yeah.
So you're talking to them and it gets very frustrating as a mother because you're like, he just doesn't want to talk to me? Like, what is wrong with this child? Like I am his mother, why can't he just talk to me? So then sometimes you don't understand that all these emotions and feelings, he's also going through them. Just the same way you as a mother are going through these emotions, this child is also going through these emotions. And it's very unfair for you as a mother to just not consider your child's feelings in this. Because, hey, you're my mother, you left. What am I supposed to do as your child? Like, how did you leave me? Fine, you might have left them with your dad or your mom or your sister or your brother, but how did you leave me? There's always that thing rolling in their mind.
Yeah.
And it affects them when they grow older, and we cannot refute the fact that it happens.
Yeah.
So we just have to be really careful with, what we say to them, communicate to your child. I try and tell him the importance of him having to sit down still, put his phone there and talk to me. Like he's intentional about it. I have to teach him intentionality. You have to be intentional about everything you do. So I had to do all that with my mom. And that's something that I encourage other moms to do.
Yeah.
Like just communicate with your child. Even when you feel like he doesn't want to communicate, talk to them, ask them, hey, baby, how can I make you feel better? How are you feeling about this situation of me being away from you? Like, what can we do to make it better? Can we read the Bible together? Can we read some journals together? So recently, my child, not that I've never played Roblox before. Not because
my nephew and my niece, like, is it $18? There's $10 in the $18. Like,
don't get started with paying for that shit.
Man, I don't even know what it is. But my nephew and niece, Roblox. Okay, auntie, Roblox. Like, I have to literally budget for Roblox.
Yeah.
And they go through that $18 so fast.
I know.
And I'm like
everything there is like $5.
Yeah, what is it?
It's a game. Well, so recently, my child sent me a text and he's like, Mom, I need you to sign into Roblox. And I said, oh, okay. So he never asked me for things like this. So I kind of get excited and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, boy, okay, let me see what this guy.
Yeah.
So I signed into Roblox and I was like, okay. I didn't know what to do where. And I called him and I was like, Baba, I signed into Roblox.
Yeah.
He's like, yay! And so he was so excited, the fact that I signed to Roblox.
Yeah.
And then it was so fascinating that he was like, he has 2 accounts or 3. So he's like, oh, Mom, so he starts teaching me how to play Roblox.
Yeah.
He's like, so this is the farm, this is the farm game, and you have to plant this here.
Mm.
I'm talking about this very fascinated because it was my first time. And I just felt love from these little moments.
Yeah. Block moments.
Yeah, because he was like, Mom, I know I'm not so king. I don't have money, but I have something very good for you in my other account.
Oh.
I said, oh, but you guys have to pay so much money for this thing.
Mm.
Can you afford it? I can't afford it myself. How can? And he said, no, Mom, there's those ones that are free that you get gifts and all that. So he's like, let me show you. He went logged into, I'm still on FaceTime with him.
Yeah.
That day was the first day we were on FaceTime for 2 hours with my son.
At least you found something that both can,
that girl,
something that can't.
When I tell you I was sacrificing.
Yeah.
If I tell you I was sacrificing to get this moment of love.
Yeah.
I was like, if this is what I have to do to get this moment of love, then it's fine.
Mm.
And he was like, Mom, I'm going to get you something very nice. So he's there and this is something very new to me, so it's very exciting. I'm saying, ready, hold the place, getting stuff all there. And I'm like literally stuck there because I don't even know what button to press. So I'm like, Mama, so what do I do? And he's like, well, just do this. He tells me what to do. Go to the side. And then he brings me all these flowers and like garden stuff. And like, Mom, this is yours. So he's talking to me on the phone and he's playing Roblox. Like, so these are your gifts, Mom. Da, da, da. It's like, it was so much fun. Like, I didn't realize that just me having a conversation with him, including what he loves, would bring so much connection between us. So I would say there's some of those things that if your child loves something, try and do it with them, even if you don't know it. Even if you have never tried, just try. And then you see the enthusiasm in their face. You see the excitement that they have in their face just with the fact that, oh, Mom played Roblox with me, So yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for that, Lavender. And I know you've been speaking about your son and your book. And I remember reading somewhere in your book, the journey about losing your mother and all that pain that you had to go through. And I was just wondering, like now where you are right now, do you feel like, I know I can't even think about it because that's a loss that if I had,
it's hard.
It's hard. But how did you navigate it? And right now, are you feeling much better?
So I can say that I think that was the most difficult part of my journey. Losing my mother in 2023, June 5th, was the most difficult time of my life. And taking me back, I remember the day that I was called in from the office that my mom passed on. And I was working at the Bellevue Club, just doing my event thing. And I was the only one working that day. So my sister called me and she was like, hey, are you by yourself? I was like, yeah, I know where this is going to, in my brain. I didn't want to believe it, but I was like, are you alone? Why would you ask me that? And she was like, Mom, I said, no way. And I can remember I was carrying this glass because I was like wiping the glasses. I dropped it and it was down in shambles, and I ran to my mom, just like, my mom is no more. And I was crying.
Wow.
And because she was in the ICU for like 5 days. So she was struggling already. She was a very bad road accident. So they called me and I was shivering. Literally, I was like, this
can't be happening.
Yeah. And my fingers turned into this were my fingers. I was looking like this. I was looking like I had polio. Like, it was bad. And that's the shock that this brought to my body and my life. And it has so far been the most difficult journey. Saying that I navigated through it, I'm very grateful for my husband, because there are those times that I just say, babe, I want to go buy balloons and throw them in the air. And he said, is that my money? I say, yeah. And we'd go to the store, we'd buy those high helium balloons. And I'll just go throw them in the air like I'm throwing them for my mom, you know?
Cute.
So I had to do some of those things. And I'm like, yo, she didn't want to wait $10 and throwing it in the sky. Like, he would say things like those when you were doing the activity. But I was like, this is something that, you know, gives me joy, and I want to do it for my mother. So it was difficult, but I got through it. I haven't gone through it completely, but we're getting there.
So, like, what is it that maybe you carry from your mom that you're actually using to raise your child from afar?
I was actually doing like a 10-day series on my page for the things that my mama taught me. So there are those things that I would never drive away from, and that would be her love and compassion and empathy for people. You know, like, in as much as she was going through a lot, she always had empathy, and she always wanted to help the next person that was sitting right next to her. So that's something that I've learned, and I've always taught my child. You know, this is literally, but there are those so many things that you learn. Like, for you as a parent, there's those things that you teach your child.
Yeah.
You don't even know that you're teaching them, because they're just watching you. So, yeah.
So, what does Louder Within mean to you? And when did you start hearing your inner voice? And how has that reshaped everything in your life?
That is a very difficult question, but I am going to answer it. So,
so silly.
So I was actually very excited about the name. They told me in high school, primary school, don't answer a question with a question, but I kind of want to answer a question with a question.
Yeah.
But I'm going to answer my question first before I ask my question with the question. So my answer is, I think that Louder Within is just not a coincidence. It is something that came right at the time when I needed it to happen. I'm personalizing this. It's something that happened when I needed something to happen. So Louder Within came into being where, you know, I was in this place where, hey, what do you think if we bring your book out and just like talk about it? And from that moment, I was like, wow, you really think that I should talk about my book?
Your book? Yeah.
And at that moment, it was like, you know, it just brought a light in my life. I was like, you know, in as much as I wrote this thing by myself, I didn't involve anyone when I was doing it. I didn't tell anyone else I didn't do it. So I didn't know, but none of my friends, actually just one, Aisha, just knew what I was doing, but none of them knew. So when I came to you and I told you about it and you got so excited about it, I was like, wait, this is my soul sister, you know? Like, why would you be so excited about something that I'm just doing out of, you know, passion or what I want?
Yeah.
So I'm glad that Louder Within came into being when I really wanted it. So I'm going to ask the question with the question. What made you bring out Louder Within? That's what I was going to. But I made sure I answered my question first. Yeah.
My answer will be very short. And not because the story is short, but because it is the moment. I'm going to equate it to, I love to watch cartoons. I watch a lot of cartoons, but I watch a lot of cartoons. Have you ever seen a cartoon, like maybe they're doing something, an activity, and then all of a sudden they halt, and then that can spark, like, ta-da! I got a moment of clarity at a time where the world literally became very, very dark.
Mm-hmm.
Very dark. And when I say very dark, it was a moment I was really
Low.
Mm-hmm. Hard to say. Those are the moments you lose friends. You lose people you think they're family.
Mm-hmm.
You lose family. You lose people who are close to you.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in that space, so many things became very clear.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, I've had moments whereby I sit and say, I'm working on me. I'm working on myself. You know, Faith 101, 201, 90-day challenge. Like I've done it. Believe you me, I've been around.
Yeah.
But I've never had a moment of clarity
Mm-hmm.
like the one I had.
Mm-hmm.
Like my life just did a 360, I guess. So just a flip. And I know there's so many people out there who are struggling. They have dreams.
Mm-hmm.
They have ambitions. They have things that they want to do. They want to start business. For example, like you, they want to write books. But they have so much baggage,
Mm-hmm.
or they have things that are really clouding their judgment, their lives,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have that particular moment whereby when you get to that moment, it's a go. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's a go. Like that drive, that moment is a go. I have to go. I have to become better. I have to do it. It's the moment. So that's where Louder Within for me came from. And I feel like it's something that the clarity is undeniable. So that's what it is. Like in a short without mentioning everything that someone goes through or anything, but that's the short form of Louder Within.
Okay, sounds good. I love it. I resonate with the meaning of the name. Like I think I think you really stepped out of your name to do that.
Yes, Faith. And then, it was really, really nice having you. It was really nice having this conversation.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You can come back. We can talk more. We can discuss more. I believe there's so many things that we've not discussed. You're welcome anytime. Yeah. For anybody who's not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. Anyway, please do subscribe.
Yes.
And when is your book out?
So I am going to officially announce, but it should be out probably by the end of the weekend, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So today is Wednesday.
Yeah.
I should be done with everything by like Saturday or Sunday. Should be out.
Okay. For mothers out there, fathers who are raising their kids from afar, please look out for Lavender's book. Your Instagram page.
My Instagram page is lovely_Odete JaberX.
Okay, we're going to put it down there.
So you can
follow and
it.
Look out for the book. This is a book you can't miss.
Yeah.
You can't miss to join her. What do you call it? JaberX.
Yes,
I personally just join.
Yes, you have to because you gotta go through this together.
Go out there,
Yes.
feel better for yourself.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us for this episode.
Thank you so much.
Much love, fam. Much love, fam.
Thank
See you in the next episode. Take care of yourself. Mental wellness is important to each and every one of you. Until next time, see you, love you. Bye-bye.
Yay.